Welcome to Business Review, a daily program that delves into the latest and most significant economic stories, from stock markets to currency news. Business Review covers the most up-to-date developments in the global financial world.
China's trade-in services totaled 2.2 trillion yuan, about 316 billion US dollars in the first half of 2020, a year-on-year decline of 14.7%. That's according to China's Ministry of Commerce. Jian Guo, Director of Department of Trade in Services and Commercial Services at the ministry, said global trade in services had been hit hard by the pandemic. The sector remained basically stable and became a new driving force to stabilize the country's foreign trade growth. The decline in travel services is the main drag on the country's service trade. The sector has been hard impacted since the COVID-19 outbreak, as fewer people choose to travel. However, the export of knowledge-intense business services enjoyed a rise of 9.2%. It accounted for 43.7% of the total service trade. To promote the opening up of service trade, a negative list for cross-border service trade will come out before the end of the year. The negative list management system is the Chinese government's approach to greatly boost development and opening up of the country's service industry. Meanwhile, the 2020 China International Fair for Trade in Services will be held in Beijing in early September, both online and offline, due to the pandemic situation.
Researchers at the National University of Singapore have developed an AI device with a sense of touch that can identify objects and textures. The device, officially dubbed ACES, is composed of 100 different small sensors and is about 1 square centimeter in size. According to its developers, it can process information faster than the human nervous system and has been trained to recognize 20 to 30 different types of textures and read Braille letters, all with over 90% accuracy. According to research team leader Dr. Benjamin Tee, the device is part of a series of other innovations that he and his team are developing to help make prosthetic limbs that can feel and sense, not just for detecting objects or textures, but also being able to feel temperatures and even pain. Dr. Tee said that the concept was originally inspired by a scene from the original Star Wars trilogy, adding that the projects have been in development for the past 2 years. Among the other patents they have developed is a water-resistant, self-healing transparent skin that can repair itself when ruptured. His team has also developed a self-healing, light-emitting material that Dr. Tee said can be used for wearable electronic devices or even clothing. The research leader said that the technology is still in the experimental stage and has yet to hit the private market, but there has been tremendous interest, especially from the medical community.
Samsung Electronics unveiled its latest Galaxy Note smartphone and new version of its foldable phone, the Z Fold 2, on Wednesday, August the 5th, hoping to regain ground against rivals as the smartphone market begins to recover from the pandemic. The Z Fold 2 has a 6.2-inch screen when folded to provide a full smartphone experience even when it's closed. Samsung announced this during a live stream event. It unfolded displays 7.6 inches. Samsung said the new iteration is thinner from the first fold and the hinges improved to be more resilient. Samsung did not disclose the phone's price but said more details and pre-orders will be available from September the 1st. The new Note 20 boasts a larger screen at 6.7 inches, 5G connectivity, enhanced writing features with its S Pen stylus, and access to more than 100 console and PC games via a tie-up with Microsoft Corporation's Xbox Cloud service. It'll go on sale on August the 21st in about 70 countries, including the United States, where the basic version will retail for $999 compared with its predecessor at $949. The global smartphone market shrank about 16% year-on-year in April-June due to the COVID lockdowns and consumer caution. a larger contraction than in the first quarter, and it is expected to improve only slightly in the second half of this year.
Japan's Nintendo Company Limited said on Thursday, August 6th, that it is expected to post a 160,000 jump in first quarter operating profit as its hit Switch console and titles like Animal Crossing New Horizons look set to extend a decade-high earnings streak, according to Refinitiv's smart estimate. In what is normally a lean quarter, Nintendo is seen posting an April-June profit surge at 71 billion yen, based on the estimates of 12 analysts that would compare with 27.4 billion yen a year earlier. The Escapist Island Life Stimulator became a major hit as a delayed release coincided with consumers staying home due to the coronavirus outbreak, boosting the gaming firm's earnings in a year with a thin pipeline for major Switch titles. Sales of Animal Crossing likely reached 8 million units in the quarter, said Citigroup analyst Kota Izawa, who sees total sales for the title reaching 20 million units. Switch sales in Japan topped 100,000 units last week.
A Vietnamese face mask company said on Wednesday that they would provide as many as 5 million masks per day to the market, while the country's Ministry of Health estimated a total of 45 million masks could be produced per day nationwide. ANP Minico, set up within 2 months after the outbreak in Vietnam in April, has since exported 50 million face masks to the US, Canada, Japan, and South Korea. Vietnam is currently seeing a surge in cases, and the tourism hub city of Da Nang was declared an epidemic center on July the 25th. The virus has since spread to major urban centers like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. The Vietnamese Ministry of Health has asked companies to enter mass production for equipment such as ventilators, protection suits, and face masks to brace for an outbreak projected to peak at the end of August. The Health Ministry confirmed 43 new cases on Wednesday, bringing Vietnamese total infections to 713, with 8 deaths.
The tourism sector in the U.S. city of Orlando is reeling from the impact of the COVID-19 outbreak, as recovery has been slow following a recent surge in coronavirus cases across the country. Universal Studios and the Disney World, two popular theme parks in the city, used to be crowded with visitors, but following a surge of COVID-19 cases across the country, theme parks had to close and gradually reopen in June and July, respectively. However, the reopening has yielded dismal results with poor turnout, as people are fearful of getting infected following the surge in cases recently. With the reopening of the theme parks, local hotels, restaurants and shopping malls have also resumed operation, only to be met with a trickle of visitors. In response, the U.S. government rolled out a Paycheck Protection Program in April to provide loans for small businesses to keep their workers on the payroll during the COVID-19 outbreak.
This has been Business Review, your daily source for the most critical financial stories. Tune in next time for the latest financial news impacting the world economy.